Yo. So, today I'm headed off to Adelaide, hence the bag. But before I went, I thought I would show you guys what is in my handbag. I haven't seen any YouTubers do it, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting. I'm always curious as to what's in people's bags. Not that I would never look, because everyone knows you never ask a girl what's in her bag, or you never look through a woman's bag. But if we, aka the female, aka myself, is happy to show you, then that's totally fine. The only thing with this video is that I haven't added anything to my bag or taken anything from my bag in advance. So it's literally just hanging up like it always is. This is like my front door, and then I've got a bunch of bags just there. Everything that's in there, I hope he's okay to show you. So this is my bag. Ta-da! I recently got this one from Call Me the Breeze. And it's made out of like old wooden beads, all just like kind of put together. It's got a little zip at the top. And then I'm gonna unpack it for you and show you everything that's in here. So I've got a bottle of water because hydration is vital. This one's from Soul, and they're all about reusable stuff. So that's bloody brilliant because so am I. What have I got? Okay, so this is my favorite tea. I keep that in there because when I go out, I don't like to have to pay for tea because I can't justify paying for hot water with a tea bag in it. So I just take my own tea bags, and then a lot of the time people will just give you the hot water for free, which rules. Oh, that's right, okay. Bamboo Band-Aids, because actual Band-Aids are normally made of plastic, which sucks. So these ones are made from bamboo. I've got my wallet, which looks like it's leather, but it's fake leather. It's from Urban Originals. So that's a vegan leather wallet. I've got my keep cup, woo, from Stojo. I love this thing. I've used it a million times, and that's what I use every time I fill up my tea. I've got some tampons, the Tom Organic ones, because you never know when you're gonna need them, and if it's not you, when someone else is gonna need them. That's just like a female code. You should always carry extra tampons around. I've got my headphones because I'm about to go on the plane. I've got my Buddha butter because I travel with this everywhere, and that's just the moisturizer that I keep in my bag for desperate times when my skin gets really dry. So when I need it, it's there. I've got some natural deodorant. It's one of the sticky roll-on ones. I've got not one, I thought I just said one, but two spare hairbands. Again, you never know when that comes in handy for yourself or for someone else. I have got a pen, because traveling, you always need a pen. That's like number one critical rule, you need a pen. Number two critical rule for traveling is you're gonna need a lip balm. This one's my new favorite. The color of it is Nude Beach. It's from Sunbum. It's quite tinted though, so when you put it on, you kind of have to dab it rather than like slide it on. I've got some Magnolia doTERRA Essential Roll-On. I use that as like my perfume, and I just roll it on my wrist and my neck. Makes you smell good. I have got my reusable cutlery, which I travel around with, which comes in handy more often than you'd expect. So if you ever go to get an acai bowl or something takeaway and they give you plastic, just go, no thanks, bought my own, ta-da. And I've also got my straws. So normally I just have them loose in my bag, but recently Sol gave them to me in a little baggie. So in here I've just got 3 little straws, one for me, 2 for my friends if they need it, and whenever I use those, I just put them back in my bag and then rinse them out back at home, and then shove them back in this little sack. I've got a gold one, a silver one, and a little bronze one. Well, that's it, guys. That's everything that was in my bag. Surprise! Not that you ever asked what was in my bag, but in case you were curious, that is what is in it. Maybe it was of interest to you. I have no idea. Maybe it's useful for you. You know what? I actually do think it should be useful for everyone, because I have been trying to become more and more conscious over the last couple of years and the last couple of months and weeks, especially. I used to just eat plant-based and vegan, and then I started taking out plant-based products from, incorporating plant-based and taking out animal products from everything else in my life over the past couple of years, including beauty products. And so it took a while to kind of convert over. So rather than just throwing everything out, I would continue using it until it was empty, and then I would get rid of it and replace it with a more sustainable and eco-friendly and animal-friendly alternative. because I figured once you've already bought it and you've already paid for it and you've already supported that brand, unfortunately it's just as bad to throw it away. So I use those first, and then I slowly, so this is like 5 years in the making. And the same with fashion. So rather than kind of going along with the flow of fast fashion, which is what a lot of fashions are these days, taking the time to become more conscious of the way that I'm consuming, wearing and using my clothes as well. So there's also that. But these are some really good alternatives and really simple things that you can do and just add into your bag that make it so much easier to live a more sustainable and eco-friendly lifestyle. So the things like the metal straws, so that way you're never using plastic straws, and then you're saving all the turtles and the ocean and marine life, which is, to me, one of the most important things in the world. Secondly, taking your own, what's this called, cutlery, like knives and forks and spoons. I never really use a knife. I figure that most things you can just cut with a fork. And to be honest, I like eating with my hands unless you absolutely have to use a spoon. Like an acai bowl, it's kind of hard to eat with your hands. But if you needed to, you totally could. But that's why I carry these around. Going for the organic tampons and pads and stuff like that is really important as well, because it's not only what you're putting into your body, as well as what will then be putting into landfill or disposed of, you know what I mean? So trying to go as natural as possible, especially considering that that is literally going inside of you, what you're putting into your body, and you're absorbing the chemicals and the toxins from it. So going organic for things like tampons, to me, I think is particularly, just do it. It's easy, it's simple. They cost like 30 cents extra, like something tiny. That to me is an investment. So I'm more than happy to pay extra for something that you know is going to be beneficial for yourself and for the environment. Reusable water bottles, fabulous. Just no one in my opinion should be using single-use plastic bottles. They shouldn't even be a thing anymore. So even Bali has recently banned them. And Australia's not quite onto that yet. So I can't wait for the time when we ban single-use plastics as well, because I cannot wait to see how beneficial and helpful that is and healing that is for our Mother Earth, because she really needs it. She needs a good hug. And so anything you can do is helpful, including taking your own keep cups everywhere. I like this one because it's collapsible, so it folds down like this, and then when you want it, you can undo it and it folds out into a big 16-ounce coffee cup. It actually looks really big when it's folded up. People are like, whoa, that's big. And I'm like, I know, I like my tea. Little things like that. Honestly, they're the simplest of things to do, but they make such a huge impact, helpful and healing impact on our Mother Earth and on our environment. So take that into consideration. Also, the bags that you use, I try not to use any like leather products or suede, anything from an animal. So all my bags and stuff, if I'm not using that bag, I will probably use a reusable bag made of material. So this one is like my beach bag. It's just got sunscreens and stuff in it. And that one is from Perez, which is one of my favorite beauty brands that's also vegan and cruelty free. I really love their mascaras especially, but I also use their foundation, their mineral powder, or bags like this. So this one here is a matte and nap bag, and that's a vegan leather one. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. I just wanted to point out that even though this is a vegan leather handbag, and so it's not made from animal products, originally I thought this was a heaps better alternative for handbag materials, but I've more recently discovered that pleather or vegan leather is actually made from a plastic synthetic. So I'm kind of trying to avoid my use of plastics if I can. So I do still have this bag, but I won't be purchasing any more pleather in the future. I'll just stick to organic materials. I haven't used that in a while, but I did used to really love that. And then these reusable ones for anything, like they're really good for market shopping and stuff like that, but also just for regular handbags. So definitely recommend you start becoming more conscious of what you use as your bag and what you put into it. That's my little spiel. Happy Thursday. I love you. Mwah.